There is no slowing down with the YieldMax Ultra Option Income Strategy ETF, ULTY, and that's pertained to its price, performance, distributions, and asset and management. I'm going to show those three. And also I'm going to show you another ETF that is doing really well, but a lot of people are not talking about this. And nobody is actually paying attention to this because this ETF has just paid massive distributions. Hello, fellow passive income investors. Welcome to Think Passive, your eyes and ears on passive income investing. If it's your first time to this channel or you've been watching this channel but you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification button so you don't miss any of the important updates. And also, if you like this content, as always, smash the like button. Now, let's get updated. As I've mentioned, there's no slowing down with ULTY. You can see net assets as of now is 100.74 billion. So there's a massive increase of over 250 within just a few days. So this is a good sign that this ETF is collecting a lot of money. People are investing a lot. And apart from its price and net asset going up, its distribution also has upward trend. As we can see here, a few weeks ago, they paid 8 cents and now they increased to 9.99. Last time they paid 10. And this Friday, July 25th, they're going to pay also 10 cents. So I really like to see that 10 cents. I don't like to have anything lower than 10 cents. So this is really good that last week they paid 10 cents and this week they're paying 10 cents. This is very easy to calculate. If you have 10,000 shares, as I do, then you just calculate times 10 cents. So I'm going to have $1,029. Not only it's easier to calculate, but also is more distributions. For example, if they pay 0.096 versus 0.1035, you're going to get more money. For people who have minimal shares, it's hard to notice. But if you have a lot of shares, then that few cents can make a huge difference in terms of how much you're going to make per year. The other ETF I want to talk about is YieldMax HOOY Option Income Strategy ETF, or HOOY. Check the price. This ETF started at $50. Right now is at $72. I'm going to show you the performance and the huge distributions that they are going to pay. Since it came out, was between $51.76 to $78. So that's a great performance right there. And if we extended this chart, we can see 5 days has returned negative 2%. Within 1 month has beaten all other YieldMax ETF at 12%. Within 6 months has returned 40%. That's excluding all the distributions that you have received. If we extend year to date is 40% because this ETF hasn't been out for that long. On official YieldMax website, YieldMax HOOY Option Income Strategy, let me show you the performance. Has returned since inception 58%. That's massive. There's no any other YieldMax ETF has returned this within just a 3 months period. And this includes all the distributions that you have received. The first time they paid was May 30th, 2025, and they only paid $3.30. In June, they pay $6.50. In July, they're going to pay $6.90. And this is distribution that has just been declared. They are going to pay this coming Friday. So hopefully next month they're going to pay $7. So that's something we'll keep an eye on it. And I'm going to let you know whenever they declare the next distributions. Another update is on weekly pairs and Group C distribution for this week. CHAPI will pay 37 cents, GPTY will pay 32 cents, LIFTY will pay 49 cents, QDTY will pay 19 cents, RDTY will pay 39 cents, SDTY will pay 16 cents, ULTY is going to pay 10 cents, YMAG 20 cents, YMAX 18 cents, Airbnb ETF is going to pay 37 cents, AMD 57 cents, Coney will pay 80 cents, 70 will pay $2.47. D-Ray, this is a brand new ETF that writes call on DraftKings. Distribution for this ETF will come next month in August. Fiat is going to pay 14 cents. HOOY will pay $6.90, and that's 121%. Pretty impressive. MSF4 is going to pay 41 cents. Netflix is going to pay 44 cents. PY is going to pay 27 cents. Distribution rate, as you can see, most of them, they are lower. The only one has higher distribution rate for weekly pair is LIFTY at 62%. The highest, I believe, is ULTY at 85%. So if you're receiving distributions every week, compounding 85%, that's a huge return. YMAG and YMAX, they both had 68%. So I guess that's okay. The ETF that has been paying huge distribution rate is Connie. It's been paying for a long time. And this time is not any difference. But that's nothing compared to HOOY, 121%. Very, very impressive. For now, maybe you might want to pay attention and put it on your radar and see what its performance going forward. The other thing we're going to look here is return on capital or return of capital. There's combination between 100%, 86, 42, 42, 6%, 0. So there's a combination of different rate. For ULTY, 10 cents that they're going to pay, 100% of that came from return of capital. So this can be really good news because when you're receiving return on capital, meaning you're not paying a tax on that portion of income you're receiving. So this is a really good thing, especially for people who are investing in a taxable account. If you're investing in a tax deferred account or tax advantage account, then you don't have to worry about this as much. I made exclusive video where Title Trust CEO was explaining what return of capital is all about. I'm going to leave that video in a link below, so check that video to understand more about this. The last thing we're going to look here on this table is X date and record date. That's July 24. Payment date is July 25th. So this is Thursday and this is a Friday. So this means if you don't own any of these ETFs by now, you won't be able to be on a record for tomorrow. And you won't get distribution on Friday. So if you want to be on a record for next week distribution, make sure you buy any of your desired ETF before Wednesday next week. The last update today's video is distribution announcement from Round Hill. X date is July 24 and pay date is July 25th. And this is from 3 ETFs, XDTE, qdte, RDTE. XDT will pay 25 cents, QDTE will pay 24 cents, RDTE will pay 31 cents. And these 3 ETFs are weekly paying ETFs that are the same schedule as YieldMax ETFs, but they also have other ETFs that pay weekly. They have different schedule. If you want to know more about Round Hill ETF distribution schedule, make sure you visit their website. You're going to have more information on how they pay their distributions. So guys, I made this video to keep you up to date on YieldMax and Round Hill distribution announcement. We also look at ULTY performance, distribution, and net asset. And also I wanted to remind you on the ETF that you need to pay attention to. And this is Robinhood ETF, which is HOOY. Because this ETF has done nothing but great within just 3 months and is paying huge distribution. So it's something that you need to watch out for. So that's all I have for today. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you next video. Bye-bye.